So my name is Dhiraj and I work for Tigera. We are the inventor and the maintainer of Project Calico, which is the largest container networking and security open source project out there. So by any chance, if you're building any cloud native applications and you're using any type of Kubernetes platform, most probably you're using the networking which is with Calico, and then you're building the network security on top of it with Calico open source. Calico community, I think so. It's as the number, if you look at it, we are running basically 8 million plus nodes every day, more than 1 million plus clusters out there at any time in the global world. Globally are using Calico, so it's huge. Let me put it this way: there are mega clusters which you may come to know about from different companies who are running Calico in them, which can be approximately 10,000 nodes or something bigger than that on that. So today we are hosting our CalicoCon 2024, in which there are many sessions with respect to what are the latest innovation with Calico, which has happened over the last few years with respect to eBPF, VPP, Linux, Windows Data Plane, and also we are getting some of the advanced users to learn advanced concepts on the container networking and security with Calico, and then also giving hands-on experience to the beginners with respect to learn about how to start their journey with respect to Kubernetes and the networking in it. So as I talked about the CalicoCon, as we are training our the beginners and also advanced users, what we were looking for a platform, I will say a learning platform for all these users, not to run into about the setups, the user experience, maintenance or gotchas of running a lab, all that being removed, and then also have easy to consume modules with respect to all type of training. So if someone is in the beginner side, they can start there. If someone wants to jump into advanced track, they can go into that one in the workshop itself. And that's where Instruct has come handy for us. Like, we had all our labs prepared in Instruct, we had all the interactivity, all the visual slides, everything as one package within Instruct, and we just launched it here, the tracks, and people are just going through it right away. There is nothing about like, okay, I can't go to this website, download these libraries, I can't go and connect this integration is not working. I have to look into the slides, I have to look into the code, I have to look into the environment. That is nothing there. It's just one clean experience. Follow what we are saying and then just keep going through it, and that's it. Yes, so we have used it also in some of our meetups and also in some of our hosted, but generally our focus with Instruct has been that let's remove the constraints for all our prospects or the Kubernetes users to learn the container networking concepts, learn about Calico, learn about all the product functionality which we have in Calico Cloud, Calico Enterprise available to them in a 20-minute, 30-minute modules to go through it quickly and be done with it. So that is what we have used Instruct more about, right? To make people aware with respect to going through an experience like how people have solved their real world problems in the Kubernetes and container space, and then being very specific, right? If someone has a compliance situation, right? They are working on an application which has to be PCI or SOC 2 compliant, and you need to enforce some network security controls. Yeah, we have slides, we have white papers, we have webinars, everyone has it. But if you tell them like, this is a 30-minute module, these are the 5 things you will have to do, and this is what has been done, build that out in Instruct, and then just put that track in there, and they will literally go through that experience, and they will know what they have to do. So in regards to the journey which people generally take, is there are 2, right? One is like, if you look at the tutorials page, which has approximately 15 workshops now, and all of them are hosted on Instruct, it goes through different topics from container security to observability and troubleshooting to the compliance to the micro-segmentation to the access controls to the specific to the data planes. If you look into all the variety of things in different products which we do, so all those are on the website. So people basically are able to search, and they're going through education. They will basically look there. But then the second thing is, like, as we have a lot of Calico open source users, we basically send them updates, like newsletters, information type of notifications, right? In those cases, we basically take the instruct workshop links and then we put it in those emails to them, so people come through that. So we are also making people aware, but people are also organically searching through it and then coming to the website to go through the instruct workshops. Experience from there is you just click, you have your first name, last name, 4 custom forms, which is one thing which Instruct has provided very well for us, that you don't need to have people create their username, password, and whatever it is, and then build their own Instruct information. It's just the form, and you get and we are able to get all that information back into our Marketo, Salesforce, and all those places also. That has worked out very well, like to look at how people have taken their journey. But in the case of people come in, they click launch the track. The track is launched within a minute or so, depending on the size of the image you have, but generally it takes less than a minute. And then you go through those tracks by just going through launch, and that's it. And you are done. Like our complex topics also have workshops which can be done in 30 minutes and have an experience or a bigger view how the problems will be solved. In regards to the inside of the mechanics, like when we are looking at like the people using or people going through these workshops, what Instruct is helping us in regards to that is, when did the person wanted to give a hands-on experience? When did they want to go from, rather than reading or browsing, into let me try? And further from there, so those signals help us quite a bit. The second thing which happens is when you start to get the information, how much time a person has spent on a specific track or specific module, what topic is important and what is their real pain point, or did they get stuck with us, right? So it's a feedback mechanism for us. So from the Salesforce side of the world, or even I will say the analytics, which is really powerful within Instruct itself, that helps us quite a bit. I don't have a hard number right now, but I will say we are on the second year of our journey on Instruct itself. And the reason is that we are able to see a value from last year itself on it, right? Like I think so there has been approximately 1,000 plays or tracks which has happened in last year, and we are happy with it. So for our strategy for this year is, we got Instruct in, now we are basically making it a part of our seamless user experience. That is our strategy, and that's where we are going. Some of the workshops we are rewriting based on the best practices which the customer success team from Instruct is providing us, right? Looking at all the people who have been successful, and most probably our successes also, they are sharing with the other customers. So we are looking at, like, okay, redoing or rewriting some of our content collateral, making it more consumable chunks, all that stuff we are basically working on. That is our strategy of 2024, to make people spend more time on the tutorials itself so that they can see the value, and that is our strategy. With that, basically, that practices are going to be used in new tracks too, as we have a lot more capabilities coming into the Calico open source, Calico Cloud, and Calico Enterprise this year.